Yes, we are back here on Skee TV with another video game review from yours truly, world famous DJ Skee. Today, we have Forza Motorsport 4, one of the most anticipated games of the entire year. If you're a racing fan and have an Xbox, you should already know about the past Forza games. Ultra realistic simulation games. This one has over 500 cars, almost every manufacturer except Porsche. One of the most brilliant games, racing games ever done. Super realistic, super fun. And Forza 4 picks up where 3 left off. Initially, when you're thrown into the game, there's a new Cockpit View, which is actually really cool. The cabins of the cars, I've been lucky enough to be in several of the vehicles that were featured in the game, actually look spot on. The attention to detail is so immaculate. Visually, it's just one of the most stunning games you'll see. Now at Forza, there's 26 tracks, including 4 new ones that you guys have never seen before. Again, there's not any weather, so unfortunately there's not like any rain or snow. The reason for not doing that is to make sure the frame rate stayed high. A couple of them have night modes as well. Not all of them, unfortunately, so that would be one downfall, but definitely not a deal breaker. In terms of gameplay, you're gonna love the game, both if you're a hardcore sim fan and one of the most realistic driving experience. We don't have some of the, I've played the game with some of the wheels that they make out there and it's incredible. Unfortunately today we just got the standard Xbox 360 control, but if you have a wheel it's insane. But even with this it's great, and for those that aren't huge gearheads and just want a fun racing game that they can race people on, it also has great auto corrections. For example, with the braking, it can auto brake for you. For the average Joe that just wants to race and might not necessarily be a gearhead that just wants to go out, hit the start button, not worry about racing, doesn't have the proper racing technique, just wants to go fast, it'll brake for you, help you turn so you don't spin out, which can happen in some of these true simulation games. So they've done a really good job making it fun for just the average person as well as the super intense hardcore gamer. So shout out to Forza for coming through with that. Now in terms of new modes, there's actually one of my favorite is one of the, there's the Top Gear modes that give you some unique challenges. There's also Rivals mode, so you can take on some of your friends and actually set challenges with each other and do some other cool things. And the last new mode is the World Tour mode. It's almost like a career mode where you can kind of, build a legacy within Forza. Now customization, if you're a true gearhead, there's so much you can do with the cars. One thing that's cool about Forza this time around is that if you have an Xbox 360 Kinect, I actually have a Kinect not here at home and I've been able to test the game out, you can actually kind of walk around the cars and really check out every little detail from the brakes. True gearheads are gonna go crazy. If you have a controller, you can still do it, but it's definitely cool that they interact with Kinect in a different way where it's not a straight Kinect game, because it seems like with Xbox, with all the Kinect games, they're either nothing but Kinect or it's not Kinect at all, so it's good to see kind of mixed use with this one. In terms of the sound, it's great commentary and stuff. Some of the songs can get a bit, I wish it had a little better soundtrack, especially me being a DJ, just gotta be honest, but other than that, you're not gonna be disappointed. Now if you have Xbox Live, which I'm sure pretty much everybody watching this probably does if you have an Xbox, there's a lot of cool things you can do, starting with car clubs, so you can actually build your clubs, even, auction your stuff off, trade with people. Also, there's a ton of downloadable content. One bad thing is that you do have to race a ton to get some of these tokens to buy cars or pay money for them, but there's gonna be a ton of options. It's really crazy to see what the whole online world has done, not just for competing against people, but how it's made these games, whether it's this or any other game, just last so much longer because there's always new additions that you can add on. And there's even multi-class races where you can race different types of cars, different types of races on the same track at the same time, which is pretty cool. Now in conclusion, should you cop Forza 4? Well, if you're a gearhead, if you're into cars, if you're into racing games and you have an Xbox, 100%. It's definitely, I think, the best racing game ever. And I know a lot of people are criticizing, saying we're not saying anything negative. The past few games we've reviewed here on Skee TV, whether it be NBA 2K12 or Gears of War 3, now Forza 4, they're great games, legitimately. There's a ton of good games coming out right now. I tend to prefer the Xbox a little more, just my preference. I got a PS3 at home, but Forza 4 is definitely, craving my needs for speed right now, and it's the funnest racing game I've played. I'm just mad that my Porsche isn't in there, so I can't race it. But tons of new features, definite cop if you're a racing fan. If you're looking for a racing game and you don't have any, this is the game to get. If you already have racing games, at least rent it and try it and have fun with it. You won't be disappointed. Shout out to people at Forza 4. Hopefully we're back again at that Forza 5 party. I'm already waiting for the next one and get Porsche back in. No, we're just messing with you. Skee TV, we're out here. Great game. It has like so many other cars too. I know I was joking about Porsche, but literally there's brands that you haven't even heard of. And it's crazy if you become a carhead and there's brands of cars that I've never even heard of that are just incredible in this game. So man, definitely lots to do. Over 500 cars, you can customize and do whatever you want. I'm gonna get back to the game. You guys go check it out. We out of here, Skee TV. We'll be back soon.